As soon as the sky began to brighten, the father stuffed a pile of homework into the child's backpack. The lively child was crushed to the ground by the heavy bag. The father took a sip of coffee, turned around and headed out the door with the child. The busy city was nothing but shades of gray. Only the street musician at the square brought a splash of color. The child watched, completely mesmerized, but was pulled back on track by the father. He sent the child through the school gate, then stepped into his own busy company, blending into the gray environment, and losing all vitality. Meanwhile, the cheerful child still enjoyed himself despite the dull classes, and the father, in order to get off work on time, looked at his doubled workload and worked frantically faster. By the time he got off work, he was so tired he could barely stand, but the moment he saw the child, he instantly came alive again, gaining back his color. Looking at the child's doodles in his notebook, even though they were well drawn, to the father, they meant being distracted from studies. The next day, the child once again got lost in the street music, and was carried away by the father with one hand. Coupled with the heavy workload and the teacher's cold attitude, the gap between father and son grew wider. Even so, they still hugged each other tightly like always. But the next morning, the child suddenly acted differently, willingly carried his backpack and did his homework as required, becoming the good child in everyone's eyes. He got used to this unchanging routine, and the smile on his face gradually disappeared. One day the father noticed the child's unusual behavior. To make up for it, he took the child to the park to hear the street musician, but it was already too late. The musician had finished and gone home. The child, disappointed, was ready to leave, but then he turned his head and saw his father, pretending to play an air guitar with his bare hands. Even though passers-by stared, he didn't care, all for the child. And just like that, the father and son's story got back on track. The father may be an ordinary man, but his child is his source of happiness. As long as he is with his child, he turns blue, and the reason he hasn't turned a vibrant orange is because he silently bears all the burdens. May we all never turn into boring adults.